Hey guys, welcome to Homesteading Through Our Eyes. Today we're going to talk about steaks. No, not those nasty dead animal, fat-filled, tendony, antibiotic-filled nastiness. Garden steaks. Like to stake up these tomatoes behind me. This here is my pile of steaks. So I'm going to turn these into garden steaks and cucumber steaks. And just going to tell you how I did it and how it's easy, free, and cheap. And if you have property that's your own, then you could probably get a ton of these. As you can see, these steaks are anywhere from 7 to 8 feet, maybe some a few shorter. I'm about 6 foot, so this will hold up a tomato plant just fine. I took the end of one of the sides and I turned it into a point. Took the other end, made sure it was nice and flat, and there's your steak. Put it in the ground, take a sledgehammer, get a ladder or something to stand on, hammer it into the ground near your plant, and there you go. So I'll just show you how I went about collecting these, and we'll also show you how to put them in. Been doing a ton of firewood collecting, chopping, splitting, felling trees. So we have a lot of extra limbs in piles. Right, there's one. There's another. There's some back there. So the 30-40 steaks that I collected actually pretty much came from one tree. Near the tops of the trees, there will be these long, straight limbs that are perfect for steak making. You just simply take off all the branches. There. Further up it starts to get a little more wispy where there's more sunlight, so it branches out more at the top, but they make beautiful steaks. A little bit of a limbed up version over here. So I limbed up what I could in the forest and then took the pre-cut limbs and dragged them out to a more workable space and simply measured a starter stake. I think I did 8 foot, and then went off of that stake. I set each stake up, some were 20 feet long, so I could even get 2 poles out of them. Set about 10 up at a time, went through and cut each end to a point and the other end to a flat edge, as I showed before, in order to sledgehammer it in. I did about 10 at a time, set up 10, cut, set up another 10, cut, set up another 10, cut, and that seemed to work well and quickly. I got 30 to 40 thick steaks, and it only took me about an hour. So if you were to pay for garden steaks like that in the store, you can do the math. Go look it up or not. Just do it like this. And the finished product. Did about 30 steaks today. Mostly tomato. Finished up the tomatoes, and we're gonna do the cucumbers tomorrow. Flowing River says her hand started to hurt quite badly from holding the posts. I'm going to make these a little sturdier and finish them up by connecting another stick along these 3 rails, and then maybe even in the front as well, here to here to the next. It's pretty sturdy as is. I don't think they'd go anywhere, but just in case, we're gonna go ahead and box that up, give them a little sturdiness. But they're looking great. They're almost to the top of their old post here. Could have tied them up maybe one more time. And now they have all this room to grow.
And you can see the final result here. This is a couple weeks after we put the stakes into the ground. The tomatoes are already past the top of the stakes. They're growing crazy. The connecting pieces here look really nice. It gives it a nice country look instead of just sticks sticking out of the ground. And the little cucumber trellis. I don't know how long these will last, maybe 1 season, maybe 2 seasons if we're lucky, but they're free and they're working wonderful. for watching. Peace.
Buddha, peace, and a daisy. What more could you ask for?